In some cases, you might need to disclose to your employer. As long as there's no conflict of interest, some employer does not mind you doing business by the side. They will be on the board of the business advising them, but not necessarily having the day-to-day activity. But you are at the strategic level, thinking and giving direction to the business. Because the way Good day, my name is Dele Ayimibo, and I'm your expert doctor. Welcome to DBA TV, where we discuss everything international trade. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about how to export while you're on a paid employment. How to export while you're on a paid employment. If you're on a paid employment and you are preparing for retirement plan, you can actually start exporting while on a paid employment. I believe that exporting is not a full-time job. It's not a job. It's not something you should do on a full-time. It's something you can do on part-time. It's something you can do by the side. It's not something you have to do full-time. And what I mean by that is this. Because you don't need to be the manufacturer of the product you are shipping. That is why you can actually export by the side while on a paid employment. Particularly if you are married, if you have spouse, and your spouse is not as busy as you are, maybe your husband or wife, then you can export while on the paid employment. Some organization also, your organization allows you to even do it. And that's why it's good you understand your employment contract. In some cases, you might need to disclose to your employer. As long as there's no conflict of interest, some employer does not mind you doing business by the side. They will be on the board of the business advising them, but not necessarily having the day-to-day activity. But you are at the strategic level, thinking and giving direction to the business. Because the way export business work is that if you have acquired skill, we have an export novice to export legend program that you can do, and you have acquired the skill, you can actually set up a structure to be able to run the export business without you being personally involved. Because it's trading. You can be a trader. You can be a trader, and all you do is to trade, buy and sell. Understand your risk, payment risk, performance risk. You don't have to be physically involved. As a matter of fact, let's say, for example, you got buyer for Indomie noodles, or pap, or broom, or pet bottles, but I won't recommend while you're in a paid job to do commodities. I won't recommend you do commodities. Commodity, the risk is high, and you will need to be on the field to see it, or get a trusted and understand it. But rather, you deal in finished goods. So you buy and sell finished goods. You buy and sell finished goods. That means what you are buying is already a finished product. So what you basically need is to get who is producing, give them the money, they pay, they produce for you, you move them to the port and do the shipment. That act of all the documentation and port issue, we can handle that on your behalf. We can handle that on your behalf. We handle that for you, handle that on your behalf, while you work with your supplier to deliver, and also work with your buyer for the payment. And in our capacity building program, we can actually assist you with what you need to be able to work on both sides. We can assist you with what you need to be able to work on both sides. That means to get ready, to find the buyer, and be able to secure payment afterwards. What I'm trying to say here is that because you are not the one manufacturing, you are only managing the process. If you're a good manager, to understand the process from beginning to the end, understand the process from beginning to the end. If you have a good understanding of the process, put system and structure in place to manage the process, you can effectively export while on a paid job. The real work is to learn, understand, acquire the necessary skill and knowledge to become export ready and assemble the team to work with you. And like I said, your wife, your husband, your siblings, or anybody you're hiring can work with you to be able to make it work. But ensure there is no conflict of interest. and also ensure you are choosing value-added manufactured goods. And also ensure you have a representative at destination. You have a representative at destination. Someone in the export market who represents your interest. Someone in the export market who represents your interest, who can help you to be able to do all the legwork in terms of sales, in terms of feedback, in terms of market intelligence, in terms of following up on payment, in terms of getting contract, in terms of marketing, and handling documentation and managing inspection at destination. If you can put that in place, a rep at destination, a representative on ground to monitor the process, you acquiring skill to be able to put in place the system and structure, partnering with logistic firm for the shipment, partnering with forwarding for the clearing and shipment, and working with organizations like us as documentation, in which we can work with you through an export engine and coaching program, then you are good to go. Does that make sense to you? And that can be a way of getting ready for retirement or getting ready for exit. So I'm basically saying that export is not a rocket science, something you can do by the side. And in this case, you are not going to be processing, you are going to go to a manufacturing, you are going to be a merchant, just buying and selling. But with the right system and structure in place, I assure you, you can successfully export while on a paid employment. And this can be a good way to get ready for retirement. Don't be looking for what to do when you finish. I've met a lot of people, both in government sector and private sector. They only begin to think of what to do after paid employment, when they have resigned. And I know sometimes you either be retrenched, retired, or resign to leave any organization. And you should have something you are doing by the side. As an entrepreneur, I encourage my colleague to have something they do by the side. You should always, you should depend on only one source of income. Having something to do by the side will help you to be able to grow your income and also give your best to your employer. My name is Delaim, but I'm your expert doctor, and I'm signing out. If this video has been of benefit to you, share with your friends. Drop your comment if you have further questions on the program I mentioned, and remember to click on the notification bell.